So I'm trying to figure out. I'm probably gonna make that mail, that half plate, and like
Roll half plate.
yeah, at a time where where we can hang out in a town for a couple of days or like a week or so, because I don't think the blacksmith is gonna be able to get it done quickly, like in a day. So
I would say not.
yeah, I just don't want to back.
Not.
I just don't want to back for it.
I thought you were saying that Dowroc was going to build it.
Well, I could, I guess, but I don't have blacksmith. I don't.
Gotcha.
Like dwarf. He's not that kind of dwarf.
Gotcha.
He's more of an enchanter.
Yeah, don't stereotype, Jeremy.
Oh, my apologies. My apologies.
The entire time.
Whoops.
Don't drink ale. Don't drink ale. Don't use a warhammer.
He doesn't drink ale.
Yeah, he drinks elven wine. He doesn't like ale.
Then the glass of limitless ale is take that off the gift list for Dowroc, I guess.
You can make it into a decanter wine, an endless decanter of wine.
No. I'm going to make you buy it every time.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just take away your fun. Dowroc doesn't have poison resistance, so he gets drunk faster than other dwarves. So that's another stereotype you can abuse.
Like, we'll have a drinking contest. Dowroc, you'll obviously be the participant. You'd be like, wow.
Looking at you like, oh, yeah, okay.
What's that supposed to mean?
Bet all your gold on me. Go ahead, Zack.
I just figured, that was... yeah, that's fine, right?
Yeah, it's fine. Sure.
I'll say the one thing that's annoying is kind of like how you had to do with IGO. Like, if you want to do any kind of token, you have to create the character. Like, I can't just drop a random token in. So it's just like the most basic character sheet ever made. And then...
Well, I made him reflective, what he is. He's a fighter, defender type. So...
Oh.
He doesn't do anything else. He just...
Yeah, it just seems like it's such an odd restriction, though.
Yeah. Let's see.
I can't imagine it would be that hard to implement some kind of token maker feature where you like go in, add a name and an image, and then you can just place it, right?
I wouldn't think it would be that hard. Hey John, what would a mayor of a town be? Like, what would you say, mayor, or would you say a different word?
It would depend.
D&D, you think?
I guess it would depend on the location. Like, different locations might have different names for it. Like the leader of an entire region would be a count because they're over a county. But anything smaller than that could be a mayor or a governor.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure terminology was going to be right.
Or until it's chief, or
yeah. Really depends on the style of location you're going for too.
Like in Homebrew, it would probably be like someone that the town designated as.
Yeah,
he'd be like a village elder or something.
Yeah.
I would say in Homebrew, so. Well, not who I was referring to though.
Just saying.
No, I know.
Giving you a little idea. And John, is there where we are now? Is there like would they have like wanted posters in the inn, or could you go up to some like guards or is that more of a Bracers Guild?
He's kind of wondering if you're gonna extend it to other guilds, kind of thing. Because I only had it apply to Bracer, so it's up to you, kind of, if you want to extend it.
I mean, if you wanted to go to the tavern or to a guardhouse and ask about it, like I'd let you roll to see if they had anything, I guess.
Okay. I didn't know how he wanted to do this.
Yeah, because I mean, even if we assume that institutions like the Bracers Guild handle this kind of stuff most of the time, like we could still say like, oh, they brought it to the officials in town to report it, and they just haven't gotten it back to guild yet, so you're kind of buying a wholesale quest,
True. Gotta do one more quick thing before I'll be ready. Just a couple seconds.
That's fine.
I asked because the blacksmith in town mentioned about Rowan was a little shady.
Yeah. Well, that might be another reason why they don't specifically want to go through the guild too. They might want to handle things themselves, and then we'd have to decide, do we want to take what's basically a back alley deal, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go make myself a coffee.
Okay. I meant to make these tokens before today, but unfortunately, I forgot.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, I should be ready to go whenever you guys are.
All right, I'm good.
Get off my notes. My notebook. See what I wanted to do today.
I was gonna say was there something else other than looking for the other wanted posters you were wanting to try to do, or was that your main thing?
I wanted to visit the temple.
Okay, so previously on the Heroes of Byzantia, so the heroes arrived in Runoff when they were escorting Rowan Blackthorn.
Do we need any proof?
Do we
Go
need
ahead.
what?
Go ahead. Continue.
So, what were you saying? Proof what? That you escorted him, or?
Yeah.
I mean, I would say that you got like something signed by him when he threw you the gold, so you have proof that you transported him.
Are we sure?
Well, he signed something and gave it to you, so we'll see if that counts or not at the guild.
Yeah.
Whenever you reach the guild again. So, but yeah, you arrived in the town. You kind of went around, did your thing. Dowroc bought some mithril plates in order to try to craft his mithril armor. Johan on the way to it found his runic oak armor.
Yeah.
And attuned to it. And the last thing that comes to mind is you still had one mission if you wanted to accept it, which you accepted it, but you have one other mission, which is the monster hunting mission, which the red creature that's in the scrolling, he's still on the way to the next village. Or that's the last known location, I should say.
The bully monk.
Oh yeah, I forgot you named it. You're like Michelangelo from the Turtles. You're gonna name all the villains, aren't you?
Until they give me official name, unless they tell me their name, that's what's gonna happen.
All right. Yeah. Other than that, that is it. You are in town. You decided to stay another night in order to rest accordingly, and then now you're doing final preparations before heading out.
Am I still in my room?
Sure.
Did Rowan
If you want to be in your room.
Rowan didn't kidnap me in the middle of the night?
He did not kidnap you, and Igo is still there as well. So, yes, you and Igo were not kidnapped.
I would like to go to the temple.
Okay.
I want to see if it's like a more of a generalized temple, or if it's more of a like it's a specific temple, or if it's a more of all gods welcome temple.
John?
It'd be up to you which direction to go with it, but the way I'd kind of spun it is in small towns, especially small towns like this one that would get a lot of foot traffic. They would do something like there's something called the Faith of the Aspects in Byzantia that rolls a bunch of other gods into aspects of the things that they embody, so that you can kind of pay tribute to multiple faiths at once, even if you want to.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to find like a organizer, like somebody I can talk to about that seems like um, they could set something in motion. Depending, like I was trying to find somebody that could. If I'm just trying to, let's see, I'm asking about like the orphanage, if they have an orphanage there, or if it's like more of a, if the kids like spend the night there, or if it's more of a school or orphanage kind of thing.
Okay. All right. So you ask around, and all right. So you ask around, and a woman kind of walks up to you and introduces herself and says, "Hi, my name is Elira Brightwater, and I kind of the head of this establishment. What can I help you with?"
Yes, Miss Brightwater. I was trying, I was wanting to make a donation, more of a, more of a long-term plan. How much gold do you think it would take to feed some of the homeless for a good while?
Well, I couldn't put a necessary price on it, but any gold will help. So, I mean, anything that you are willing to part with would be greatly appreciated.
Dowroc gives her 10 gold.
10 gold, okay. So what, out of character, what are you trying to accomplish with, you said you were trying to set up a long-term thing?
Yeah, I was trying to like
Are
set
you
up,
trying to, like, send money to her or something?
well, I was trying to set up like a chain, like just a place where like all the villages can work together to help he wants to help like the homeless kids and the homeless. So he's just trying to,
Like set up
Make-
a network almost.
yeah, set up a network.
That's cool. That's a good idea.
Okay. Well, she takes the 10 gold from Dowroc and is very appreciative. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Just say it came from Dowroc the Fourth.
Dowroc, and what did you say it was? La Fort, right?
Yeah, the Fourth. He didn't want to
Just
say
write it down because I forget what the name was.
Let's
All right.
do L-A...
I just put Laforth. I didn't know if that's what you said or not.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you had said, so, okay.
Raven Queen be with you. And Night Mother be with you.
She's like, thank you, let it be with you too, and she scurries off to kind of disperse the coins and get the supplies.
Yeah, I didn't know. Like 10 gold seems, I know it's like split up between silver and copper, so that should be a good starting point, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'll say Zack is accompanying you, like when he's walking around with you, since he'd probably go to the temple as well, so he'll also chunk in 10 gold to give her. So,
While you guys are being all altruistic, I'm gonna.
what are you gonna steal?
No, I'm gonna head to the Merchants Guild Hall, and I'm gonna start asking about horses and wagons, which I'm reading about them right now. Is why.
Okay.
We and all of our crap would weigh a lot. Is the problem?
I mean,
how much are horses' strength?
I could get a couple of draft horses for 100 gold, and a covered wagon is 35. So I could afford it. It would about tap me out. But then well, I'd have to I'd have to haggle it down a little bit, but I think I could afford it.
How much are their strength? The horses.
Draft horses can carry 540 pounds apiece. The wagon is 400 pounds. So
we have Ico. I didn't know how.
I know, but
you mean, like have Igo pull it, or
I'd rather our because like there's ways we could just like strap in all of our various animals and they could pull it, but like I'd rather they be ready to fight if they have to be,
Okay. Just thought, try to save some money.
Yeah.
Well, Zack doesn't mind putting in some since I haven't bought anything with him yet. So
Yeah, I'll meet up and talk to him and see if he'll cover one of the horses for 50.
oh yeah, Zack agrees and hands over the 50 gold.
Alright, so we now have a pair of draft horses and a covered wagon, and this way we can all ride in the wagon if we need to. The horses have a speed of 40 feet over land, so we can move a little bit faster, and we can rest as we're moving without, not being able to do anything that requires like sitting down.
Yeah.
We can sleep.
Yeah,
Sleep.
yeah. We could even take shifts and sleep while we're moving.
Do long rest in the cart or in the wagon.
Yep.
Okay. So you get all saddled up. You kind of get everything loaded into your wagon.
Cool.
Zack kind of looks at both of you and he says, "Is there anything else you'd like to do before we head out?"
No, I'm good personally.
As I'm good in the town. I don't have anything.
Okay.
I was gonna ask Johan something while we're in the.
Okay. Yeah,
Do that?
we're now traveling, so we are now in the wagon. So you can ask Johan.
Oh, you can't.
Johan, can I?
Can't add wagon to the stupid extras page. That's stupid.
Oh, you mean to like have it appear on the map?
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to make sure I remembered I had it.
I think you can just add it to your equipment, can't you?
Yes, I should be able to do that. You are right. Go ahead, Dowroc.
I was asking, Johan, can I see one of your beads of force?
Yeah, sure.
Jeremy, what I was gonna do, he was gonna look over the bead of force to see how it was contained, like how the magic is contained within the small bead.
Okay.
Make Arcana check. Arcana with guidance. Oh, I don't think I need it.
I mean, I think you're fine. Okay. You gain a higher understanding of how the bead of force was created and how the magic was contained inside the force.
Okay.
Or the bead, correction.
First step to nuke.
What'd you say, first step?
First step to nuke.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, see, there you go. You gotta start small. Alright, so,
We're heading towards the north still to...
yes, you're heading north right now. Northwest, I guess,
Yeah,
to
cool.
better...
find the lost.
Yes. So you are, if you'd like to look for the monster, you do not have to look for said monster.
I need some more gold.
All right. So, as you're wagoning along, which actually, there's got to be a way to add a wagon.
What size?
We can't do a wagon on the companion, can we? Like you said. How do we add it to a map if we want to?
I'm gonna get that Yeti back out there.
Well, hold on. Let me make sure of the size.
It just says... It doesn't say a size, at least on the general description of a wagon. I want to say the only thing I could think of is then just finding a huge
Yeah, because I mean,
token.
Because like a wagon, a covered wagon would have to be big enough to carry all of us and our crap. I did not need to do that. God dang it.
I mean, I would say it's 10 by 10, so I'd say it's a huge wagon.
Yeah.
And then draft horses themselves, I think, are huge too, aren't they? Because I want to say they actually have tokens that you can look at. That's what I used last time.
Makes me wonder if...
Oh no, I used a riding horse. It's the same size.
Makes me wonder if the wagon should be bigger than that then. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. It's just, it could be like cover and stuff, you know.
Well, right, that's what I'm trying to like. I don't know how. Adding.
Yeah, it literally just lists it as a container, which means like we can also like
We can put stuff in it.
store extra crap in it, which is neat, but like doesn't really help me right now.
Yeah, because the only, the only thing you could do is on the extras page, there's a manage extra. I mean, there are other types of vehicles. Actually, I don't even know if that would work. Let's see. No, it's still not even showing up on the thing. Alright, we'll just have to, I don't know, we'll just have to pretend it's there. Or like put a different token there, like we said.
Put like a big monster out there. Like
Yeah.
the good old abominable Yeti.
Yep.
They'll be like, that's not actually what that is, don't worry. Alright, so, as you're riding in your wagon,
How far is it to
it's a couple days travel. It's not terribly far, but it's now that you have a wagon, obviously for sure your speed's going to increase to get there, so it's even less of a travel time. So it shouldn't take that long to get there.
How long for to the ruins? Is that the same amount, or
Are you talking about the
monster ruins?
Oh, the monster. Well, the last known location of the monster was in just the area that you're traveling in, so you could find it at any time, kind of thing. Oh, all right. Is Igo just stepping beside it, or is he in the wagon?
How the horses react.
Huh?
Depending how the horses react.
I mean, I don't know also how heavy Igo is.
I don't
He's
know.
made of pure,
Okay.
like, steel, isn't he?
Yeah, I checked. It doesn't say.
Oh. I would say he's quite heavy, so I would think
He has
between
he has
all
the same
of us.
speed as the horses. So
Huh?
he has the same speed as the horses. So
Oh, that's what I'm saying. He'll probably just step next to you guys, because, I mean, the 3 guys alone is, 300 to 400 pounds minimum.
yeah.
And I think the wagon can only technically hold 400. Honestly, Zack brings up an idea. He says something we can do, because the wagon is only weighted to 400. One of us is just... one of us could be on a horse as kind of the lookout, while the other 2 are in the wagon, and then they could just rotate.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
So, Zack just offers to take the first watch, so he'll be on the front horse.
Are you just sleeping now, or?
I mean, you can do whatever you want while you're traveling, so...
Dowroc's just talking. Like, is it like that? Is it covered wagon? You said.
Yeah, it's a covered wagon. And just so you're aware, on the map, whenever we use the horses, I'm just going to be using riding, because they actually have a picture.
Okay.
Because the draft horses are just like the generic panther-looking picture.
That's annoying.
Dowroc is gonna go. If I'm assuming that Johan would have stepped out into the night, or is laying next to the cart.
That's up to Johan.
I didn't know where. Johan.
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I'm just hanging out right now.
Oh, okay. This is when we're sleeping, I guess. That's about the nighttime.
Yeah, I'd probably sleep. I'd probably do something. I imagine I'd probably do something similar to when I set up camp beside Zack's little house, and do like set up kind of a half tent perpendicular to the side of the cart and the side of the wagon, and like use it as an extra wall or whatever.
Oh, that's probably why it's not showing up. I'm spelling it wrong. Don't worry about what I'm talking about.
We never do.
And I would be talking to him, just walk outside or get out of the cart and be like, the sky never fails to amaze me out here. We don't have this in Corwood. We have an artificial sky in the mountains.
It is impressive. I grew up in a forest. Didn't get to see the stars very often unless I could reach the top of a tree. And considering how competitive my people are, it wasn't usually a good idea to put yourself in a position where you could be knocked down.
Sounds a little bit more than what I went through, but I could understand that. A little royal games are always always seem like that for me. So someone could push you over the edge, trying to get one up on you.
Yeah, it has at least taught me that you can get by just fine without trying to get one up on people.
Yeah.
Which I think has helped shape who I am. Just not necessarily the way that I think my father would have wanted me to.
After my accident, my father pretty much ignored me. So I guess that was a better opportunity for me too to just do what I wanted for the past 20 years. And
that's how it was for me until my brother left. It was it's so ridiculous because I have a sister too, and she would be a better leader than any of us for our family. But because she's a woman, my father doesn't want her to take over.
Whoa.
It seems too bad.
Yeah. He's
Person.
He's very
Right.
very traditionalist. More so even than our heads of family that came before him. It's made things very frustrating.
John, I think, has already been spoiled on what's about to happen because he's already on the map.
I'm not on the map, so I have no idea what's happening. I learned my lesson.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's why Todd randomly appeared on the map, and I'm like, I'm getting him. I didn't forget him. All right. So as you are riding along, Zack calls out to you guys as you slowly kind of wake up. You hear off in the distance a little girl screaming.
No, it's not good.
And as you kind of wing open the covered wagon's, makeshift door, basically, you see off in the distance, you can open the map now, which John's already probably seen.
Nah.
But it's the grass field one.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Make a perception check.
Jeez.
He hears a girl screaming. He's definitely gonna go.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop right out and direct.
And you can move accordingly, kind of, for a moment.
Direct Todd to run towards the sound.
Okay, so probably stop him right, there-ish. So, as you poke your head out,
that's not the red. That's not the guy we saw.
you see a little girl. Looks like she's kind of hurt, but she is standing behind the big blue creature that I just sent you. And he looks very ferocious and is attacking her.
I got disconnected from you guys for a second.
I think
Cool.
I think that's as far as we can go. But
Yeah, I'd say that's as close as you can get. What were you saying cool for, John?
It looks very dangerous. I'm excited.
yeah, that's not our quarry. We should just leave. No, I'm kidding. It's got blue. It's got red.
So as you approach, you see this big creature, like I said, attacking this little girl, and he kind of bites at her, but she kind of dodges it a little bit. Kind of, you could, tears are streaming down her face. You could tell that she's scared out of her mind. He claws at her and has nicked her enough to hurt her a little bit.
I'm gonna call "Hey, ugly" and just shoot a shot in the air to see if he can get distracted.
Okay.
Oh,
So
wait.
I
9.
mean, Dowroc can move like a couple feet closer if you're trying to shoot him. Is that what you're trying to do?
No, there's something else I can do.
Oh, okay.
I just want to see the range of something. Okay. Dowroc is going to use that tuning. He's going to spin his all-purpose tool into a tuning fork.
Okay.
And then he's going to say, hey, ugly. But it's going to be, he's flicked it, and he's going to do Fish's Mockery.
Okay.
It's a wisdom save.
Wisdom save?
Yeah, 60 feet. I think I'm within 9 squares.
Alright, he gets an 8 on his wisdom check.
He fails.
Okay.
1d4 damage.
1d4. Alright.
1d4 psychic damage.
Okay.
And it has a disadvantage on his next attack.
Okay.
Next attack roll he makes
All right,
before the end.
when he does that, I'll command Todd to use his charge ability, so he'll kind of take a couple steps back, and then he'll use the rest of his movement to run 20 feet up to the creature,
Okay.
and he will make one of his attacks.
Okay.
Throwing initiative.
You will in a second, yeah. Oh, no, you're already... Yeah, go ahead.
That would be an 18 to hit.
That hit.
Alright, so still learning all of his. Oh, no, that would be
No, you're
that,
good.
that would be been even higher. I'm looking at the wrong thing. 6, 7, 8 damage, and the creature must make a strength saving throw of 15 or higher, or be knocked prone.
Does that work on even large creatures, or... I don't know, I haven't looked at Todd's stats.
It doesn't say anything about there being a size restriction.
Okay. He got an 18 to save.
Okay.
Alright, so as he turns around... actually, how much damage did he do? Sorry.
What did
I didn't write down this damage.
He's dumb but strong.
8 damage total.
Okay. Alright, he turns around and roll initiative. I already got Dowroc and Zack, which Zack is going dead last since he rolled a 1.
24.
Alright, that sounds about right. 24. That is everybody, okay, because I go and... Okay. Oh, well, that works out nice. Alright, Johan is first.
Never happened before.
I feel like the turn order is very, I don't want to say predictable, but...
Consistent.
Yeah. Well, Zack and Dowroc kind of interchange sometimes, but Johan's usually the first one. Alright.
I'm hoping...
I feel like there should be a way to click on the name, too, to, like, hide the name. I think
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Calling his flanking.
I mean, technically, yes.
And see, most of my powers don't really work too good on monsters. I've got stuff for people and I've got stuff for animals.
Burn it.
Yeah, that is an option.
Burn it.
I will snatch up a rock off the ground to load into my sling, and I will cast Hail of Thorns, and then make the attack with the sling. Do I need to get closer? Yeah, I need to go a little closer. I'll move up to here.
Okay.
One team.
I got an 11.
That did not hit.
Alright, well... let me read what this says for them. Alright, so I get to hold the Hail of Thorns. I hold concentration on it, and it works the next time I hit. So
Okay, so it's like a paladin smite.
Yeah.
Where, okay, cool.
And then Todd will maul attack, I guess.
Technically, he has advantage.
Okay, well, pretty sure that hits. Let's see if I get a crit though.
17.
That's 17.
12.
17 plus 7. So
That hit.
yeah. And that will do.
Jeez, Pete, Todd's attack bonus is 7.
Yeah, he gets my spell modifier.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I guess it's +8.
Okay. You know, Zack doesn't have a little friend that he brings along with him, so.
For 9 damage.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Doing good work. Doing good work, Todd.
Dowroc turn.
Oh boy, let's see here. Dowroc has his gun. Dowroc is going to use one of his charges, like he just sees his cock his gun, and then
Okay.
he's going to turn any damage into lightning damage. He's going to say, "Are you all right, Missy? Or, don't worry, we're coming to save you."
You kind of see slightly, you know, her silhouette's behind him because you can kind of see through his legs ever so slightly because he's so massive. You see that she kind of passes out at that point.
Oh,
and you can see a little bit of blood on her.
Okay. Well, in that case, he's going to... Boom!
Yeah.
Was that a crit or was that a...
16.
Oh, okay. Hit.
And then, hold on, I gotta do 1d6. 11 piercing damage and 2 lightning damage.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
I don't notice anything.
Okay. You don't notice anything?
Well, I guess guidance, but I don't think that's gonna help. I don't think I can even cast guidance anyway. I can't cast it because I didn't.
Yeah. You
Well,
got one. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't do an additional attack because my bonus action was to do the charge, so I don't have a bolt in the chamber, so it is end of my turn.
Okay. Alright.
Well, it's I go. Sorry.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's I go.
7, 8. Oh, can almost make it. But I can flank. I'm flanking with Todd.
Don't forget Igo ate that circlet of blasting too.
Oh yeah.
He did. It's a +5 if I remember right to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna land right now.
Ah, where'd I go?
Right there,
Where?
above the across from Todd. Above Todd.
On mine, he's over by the horses.
Yeah. Oh no,
Oh.
let me reload the page.
I moved him back over to... On mine, at least, I moved him back. Because he showed next to the guy, and then he randomly went over to the...
Yeah, it's,
Oh.
it's
Alright.
it's updated now. That's weird.
Okay.
This is weird. we might want to. I might want to see about us trying D20 again, or roll 20 again for my section, because I kind of hate this. All right. I'm getting down off my soapbox now. Well, I'll take 1 foot off. You guys know I never get entirely off my soapbox. Alright, cool.
Alright, what's Igo doing, Dowroc?
He is attacking.
Smack!
I can't quite. He's trying to distract the big guy.
Yeah.
That's plenty 22. I'm just gonna roll again and see if I crit. See if he crits. He did not.
Okay. Hit.
To distract the big guy. That's what he's trying to do. Because he can't get that extra 5 feet to her. He's just gonna do 4 damage.
Okay.
That's it for my turn.
Alright. The creature now turns toward Igo and attempts to bite Igo.
He has
Yay!
disadvantage. Vicious Mockery, he has disadvantage.
He misses.
Yeah.
Well, he gets a 10 total, so...
Oh, okay, yeah, he misses.
It's just the next one attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He now attacks, this time with his claw, with his right claw.
Fun.
He gets a 24 to hit. 8 damage, slashing damage.
Any other special,
Like effects that happen?
or like any poison damage, or just slashing?
Nope. Just slashing damage.
Yeah.
And then he slashes with his left claw.
Oh boy.
He only gets a 14 though to hit.
He barely misses.
Ding.
It just kind of bounces off of, like, glances off of Igo's armor.
Okay. Alright. That is his turn. It is now Zack's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Zack will run up and attack with his long sword. And in that same attack, he is going to utilize his precise strike to gain advantage on this attack. Because now that obviously the girl has fainted, Todd gets it from Ico, but Zack would not have it, so Zack rolls and gets a 25 to hit, which hits.
I would hope so. Unless all of the rest of us had some bonuses we didn't know about.
Yeah. So first off, he rolls the initial damage, which is 14, and then he rolls an additional D8 for the precise strike.
Cool.
There it is. 5 more damage.
Cool.
So he deals 19 damage to it.
I'm going by the
Huh?
I'm going by the Final Fantasy rules. If that thing is blue, I'm doing lightning damage to it.
As Zack slashes, he will utilize a Divine Smite as well, utilizing his level 1 Warlock spell slot, since it comes back on a short rest anyway.
Nice.
So, 2 additional D8s, which deals an additional 14 damage. The creature, you notice, is bloody.
Good. Love that.
It is now Johan's turn.
Alright. He's gonna move there-ish. And I'm gonna prepare to attack again, but I'm gonna hold it until after Todd can do his thing. I'm gonna tell him to go and move the girl. So he's gonna go up here and kind of shove her a little bit out of the way.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try this. I don't know if you're gonna let me do this. But I'm gonna try to specifically shoot this square of the creature.
Okay.
So that when my thorns explode, hopefully the creature's body will absorb them instead of hitting everybody else.
You're trying to do it.
Him.
Yeah. Nope, that's fine. He's big enough that yes, he would take the hit.
So
Good job, Todd.
sling. Only an 11 again. Alright, cool.
Unfortunately, that still misses.
Great. Alright, that's my turn then.
Yeah, Dowroc turn.
Let's see. It's gonna bonus action reload.
Okay.
He's gonna take out his tuning fork again. His extra attack. No, that's not. It doesn't count.
You can't use a cantrip.
Okay.
Is that what that is? Yeah, you can't use a cantrip with it.
Unless you're
Unless you're Eldritch Knight, I think.
I think
Yeah.
can't Blade Singer do it?
No, Blade Singer, I think.
Yeah.
Eldritch Knight is use a cantrip, you can bonus
Yeah.
attack.
I was recently reading Ace, so that's what I was thinking about. It's gonna take another shot.
Okay.
Wish there was like a feat I can get for flanking with ranged.
Yeah.
I think that's Rogue. Rogue is the only one who could do that, I think.
Multi-class into Rogue.
Horrible.
That 24 hits it, so
Yeah,
shot. Oh my god.
nice.
16 damage.
Plus lightning damage. 2 lightning damage. Do I make another perception check, Jeremy, or can
So you
Zack
can,
one on when the lightning is in?
I'll say, Zack, I guess, does it since he's literally right next to him.
I've like 0 perception.
Okay. Zack got kind of low too, but it doesn't matter. Okay.
I will go to Igo. Let's see. Igo's gonna move there.
Yeah.
I feel like Zack did enough damage that it caught his attention.
Maybe.
Hopefully. Hopefully don't get it's after time. That'll be terrible. 15.
15 hits.
Only 4 damage.
Okay.
You know what? Is his total turn. Dog's total turn.
Alright, so now the creature is going to attempt to attack Zack since recently he's the one that did the most damage to him. So he is going to start with a bite.
Deflect.
Okay. Well, good thing because one was a critical.
Yeah.
So deflect. Alright, he is now going to strike him with his right claw. 19 to hit, which does hit. Zack will let it go through, just to keep the attention on him, instead of trying to shield or anything. Ooh, 13 damage.
Jeez.
Okay. He then, going to strike again. Wrong damage roll. I meant to hit. Alright, he misses with a 9 on that one.
Ooh.
So dodge. Alright, that brings it around to Zack's turn.
Okay.
So Zack is going to strike the, well, he'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, so he gets advantage. Well, I guess,
It's right there. Yeah.
I mean, technically Igo's it's enough, so.
I mean, if
All right.
you, yeah, one. I don't know. It's a large creature.
Yeah, so, okay. So Zack's gonna go there and do his advantage strike.
Advantage strike. He already has advantage.
Well, advantage, I meant like,
Oh.
just, he's just going to attack with advantage, so he gets a 19. So first off, he gets, not first off, is that 8 damage. He will, let's see, do I have a bonus action? I don't think I get bonus actions yet. No. Alright, that is Zack's turn. It is now Johan's turn.
Alright, I'm going to command Todd to just keep standing over the girl and defending her.
Okay.
And I'll make the same attack and I'll aim at this spot this time.
Okay.
Come on. Are you serious?
Almost. Getting closer.
13 unfortunately does not hit.
Alright, I'm done.
Okay. Dowroc?
My shot. That charge really screws me up.
What does? Having to reload or?
Yeah, for reloading and doing an extra attack because I have a bonus. We gotta figure out that is it. I assume it's just a bonus action to reload because I don't have any kind of feats that.
Ignore the loading properties or whatever?
Yeah.
Well, I know how bows and stuff work. I haven't looked up like guns. I know bows you could draw the arrow while you're firing.
There's a gunner feat that
Yeah, I know that there's a feat for it that you ignore the property, I think.
yeah, you ignore the loading property of firearms. And being within 5 feet of a creature doesn't impose disadvantage.
That's right.
Let me see.
Yeah, and it does a couple other things too, but those are the big ones.
So, So technically, so it says loading. Because of the time required to load this weapon, you can fire only one piece of ammo from it when you use an action, bonus, or reaction to fire it. But that's implying that that keyword is on there.
Yeah.
The reload. It's still on it. The fifth element is still reloading. Still a loading weapon.
Oh, okay.
So I will fire a shot.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh god.
Either that's a miss or a crit.
It was a
19?
Yeah, it literally rolled from a 1 to a 19.
That's annoying.
Well, that hit. I mean, that's good. What do you mean?
Yeah.
How's that annoying?
It's annoying that it wasn't better.
Oh.
Lightning damage. 4 lightning damage.
Okay. Perception from Zack. Alright. You said 4 lightning damage?
Yeah.
How much regular? Sorry, 8?
Yeah, regular piercing 8 damage.
Okay, and then 4 lightning. Alright, as the lightning hits him, you notice that Zack called out to Dowroc that it doesn't seem to be doing full amounts of lightning damage to him.
I was wrong.
Well, darn.
Alright. I go.
One go is going to...
You can tell that the monster is getting very, very tired.
Tired. Seems like we're all tired, monster. Advantage. Dirty 20.
Hit.
I would hope so.
9 damage. 9 force damage.
Okay.
Is it?
That's it.
Is it not dead yet?
It is not dead yet.
Jesus.
Not quite.
It is. Oh, what?
Oh, huh?
I thought you said wait. Did you have something?
no, I said not quite there.
Oh, I guess I was kind of counting in my head from bloodied, assuming we were doing extra lightning damage, but we weren't. So that makes sense.
All right. Zack's turn. Zack is just going to attempt to strike him with longsword. Original.
Yeah.
He gets 18 and a 19, so that hit. He gets a 15 damage, so as Zack jumps up, slashes the creature, it lets out a gasping breath and falls to the ground defeated.
Cool. I did.
He had 5 HP left.
I did nothing that fight. That was great.
Did you hit him at all?
No.
Todd did.
I did it.
Alright, for purposes, I'm just going to move kind of people a little bit.
Yeah, we
It's not a contest.
There we go.
all right. So I'll move over to the girl and do a medicine check on her.
Okay.
14 to see if I can stabilize her, make sure she's okay.
Okay.
Check her injuries.
Stabilized. She becomes stabilized. You notice that there is a gash kind of across her right torso from the claws of the creature.
All right, I will use a cure wounds.
Okay.
Pretty good cure wounds. 7. It's not bad.
I'm gonna have Igo go behind me,
Okay.
just in case it's not like another monster when she wakes up.
What? Would I do that to you?
Yes.
Alright, so Johan performs the cure wounds on her. She kind of slowly opens her eyes and kind of looks very hurt, but kind of looks around and kind of lets out a sigh of relief and kind of looks at Johan and says, Who are you?
I'll tell her my first name, and I said, I ask, what happened? Why was that thing chasing you? Did you just happen upon it out here?
He's like, yes, I did. I'm from a town nearby, and I came out to just have fun, and unfortunately this thing just came out of nowhere and just started attacking me. Thankfully, you fine people showed up and helped me.
I'm glad we could. I'm gonna turn to Zack and Dowroc, and I'm gonna say, get her back to the wagon, and I'm gonna have a look around and see if there's anything else in the area that could be a problem.
Say, Johan, can we borrow the decanter?
Yeah.
Or some wine?
Yeah, of course.
Good bearings.
Okay, so Dowroc has the decanter. You carry her back to the cart. Johan, do a perception check.
It's the moving music. It's the sound that movement makes.
It is the sound that movement makes.
21.
Okay. You look around. You do a good scavenge around and kind of make sure that there's nothing else in sight. You don't notice anything hostile. Just kind of the small birds and animals and stuff. Nothing hostile towards you.
All right. Before I walk back over, I'm going to bring out unkindness and have him kind of fly around overhead.
Okay. So fly out
just in case.
overhead. So he doesn't report anything kind of to you, so you don't really notice anything, or...
I'm just gonna have him chilling out. Beans isn't really here either. He's just my pointer. All right. I guess we need to get in directions back to her town from her. It's probably where we were heading towards anyway. Just to make sure. That's not what I told you to do. Go away. And we need to get her back if we can. I mean, that's my take, so...
Zack concurs with that. He says it would be a good thing to try to get her back to her family, or to at least her town.
Have you ever seen that kind of monster before?
He looks up and says, No, I haven't. Usually, surrounding my town is quite a peaceful place, so it's kind of weird to see something like a beast like that near it.
Interesting.
Well, we have a bounty for a beast similar looking to that, so maybe we now know the area.
It's possible that there's more danger here than we even realized. That the guild even realized. That's not necessarily great.
I would agree. Zack says
it means that even after we find the creature that we're here for, we should probably still check around for any signs that there's more than just the two before we move on.
Yeah.
I'd like to, before we head off again, do I see any indication of where the creature came from? Like, can I tracks we could follow back, or anything like that?
You see. Let's see. Do a survival check.
Okay, I'm good at that one. I'm sort of good at that one. 12.
You just noticed some trees that are nearby. You notice that they were kind of smashed down, and they kind of came from an area to the northeast, but you can't really... They kind of fade out after a certain distance, so you don't really know anything past about 100 yards.
Okay, so... I wish I would like to find this thing's den. I guess, like, how far out are we from the town at this point?
I'll tell you roughly half... Wait, from which town?
Wherever we're taking the girl.
Taking the girl?
Yeah.
You're only, I would say, maybe a day at the most travel away. Well, with the horses, probably a handful of hours away.
All right, let's get her back there, and then we can always come back here if we decide to, and try to trace the creature back, like trace its trail back to its lair. That might be our best option for finding the other creature, assuming these things were related anyway.
Now, while you're in the cart, she does talk to Dowroc and Zack and says, I appreciate your assistance with helping me back to my village. It's just to the northeast a little bit. It shouldn't be that far.
You're very welcome.
As she takes another drink from the decanter of water, mesmerized kind of by the magic of it, that it doesn't seem to end.
Dowroc will kind of just flip the all-purpose tool into different shapes.
She seemed like to amuse her, or
yeah, it's like just to get an amuse there on purpose, just to do it on purpose.
She does seem quite amused from it and starts taking a liking to Dowroc.
All right, so I'm gonna be like directing the horses, I guess, right now.
Okay.
But I'm gonna have unkindness land in the wagon.
Okay.
Just, funny bird. And while you guys are talking to the girl, I'm gonna look through his senses and just, do I see anything unusual about her at all?
About her?
Yeah.
You do not. No, you don't know. She's just a 8 to 9 year old girl. You do notice a slight pointiness to her ear, but nothing like very pointy. Not like elf. But you notice a slight point in her ear that maybe she could be like a relative of maybe like a descendant of an elf or something. Maybe
not super uncommon
on that line. But she does say she introduces herself to Dowroc and Zack, and she says her name is Bryn Greenbrier. Because I know technically her name is on her token, but she never actually introduced herself.
Yeah.
Because I can't hide names.
It's goofy. It's just goofy. I'm gonna keep my eyes forward then, and we'll just ride. You guys can talk to her more if you want.
Okay. Dowroc?
So
it'll be you basically that does it if you want to.
What's your village like, Bryn?
He's like, it's a very busy place, which is why I'd like to try to get out into the just kind of emptiness. I hate being around so many people all the time. I just like to go on adventures. And she kind of says that and kind of puts her hand down on her right torso and just kind of aches from the pain of the claw slash from that beast. Still indicating that she's still pretty hurt, but doing okay. But in her excitement, she kind of hurt herself.
Well, Enos can be a lesson, is to be a bit more aware. Maybe if you have a companion, maybe go with you.
She's like, oh no, I'm not, there's not really that many young kids or anybody else in the village. It's kind of lonely there. It's just a bunch of stupid adults there.
Well, some adults can be cool too.
Says an adult trying to sound cool.
Yeah. Well, she's like, well, none of them can do kind of the stuff that you do. Like indicating, the decanter and the tool and stuff of magic. You can tell that she doesn't seem to have seen magic all that much. So she seems very impressed with it.
It's quite the blessing. It's helped us out more times than not. We're happy to lend it to those who need it.
As you kind of go ahead.
It takes some time to learn, but if you're able to, you have the perseverance to push through, and you can. I'm sure you can be able to do this, or if you like to fight, you can just go ahead and own that too.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like, I'm not really a fighter, but I do. What I saw you guys doing, what little I saw of you guys doing to that monster was very entertaining. So maybe that's something that I can look into.
Yeah, there's
She's like, but I'm more kind of about helping people.
There's different ways to learn magic. You can just study it, of course. I get my magic from my connection to nature. I learned to feel the magic in nature and channel it. And I know there are some people who just have magic within them.
And my magic comes from experimentation and learning and hard work. I can kind of decipher magic and imbue them into tools.
He seems very interested in what you're saying and very eager to learn more about learning magic. As you're riding, though, Zack takes his watch back on the horse. He kind of calls Johan out to him, so they're both outside of the wagon.
Okay.
And he looks at Johan and says, "Do you know of a village to the northeast of here?"
No, I don't. I haven't heard of one. I was assuming she was.
It's like I haven't either. So
I was assuming she was from Wilderreach, which would be more northwest still.
Zack says that's what I thought as well, but she seemed to have said that this is the way of her home, so
That's why
I don't know, it's just kind of odd.
That's why I grew momentarily suspicious. The direction that the creature seemed to come from is the same direction she sent us in. I was worried that for a moment that this might be some sort of trap, and I'll admit I'm not entirely over that suspicion.
Alright, as you guys continue to travel, Dowroc, what?
Nothing.
What?
I'm just laughing to myself in his neck. Imagining what this could be turning into.
Alright, so as you guys are going, you guys slowly...
The map changed.
Yeah.
Does the map change when I change the map too? Like if I switch maps?
Looks like
does
it.
it change for all of you guys?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Such a well-designed system.
That seems odd.
Yeah.
So many pieces.
It's cool. It's like a proper town. I like it.
No. Alright, I think that's everybody. We're getting a party going.
Yeah. Would there be a stable heading into town where I could tie up the horse and cart?
Yes, just on the outskirts of town, there's a stable
All right,
that you can tie it up. So you kind of come up to the village or the town, and she kind of eagerly jumps out of the wagon and starts moving as fast as she can toward the town.
All right, I will tie up the horses, but I'll tie them up kind of loosely, and I will use my speak with animals ability from my primal awareness feature to tell them if they hear any loud noises to move away and not to return until the noises stop.
Okay. Alright. So as you enter, she kind of runs up a little bit, but she turns back around and she says, "Welcome to Silverglade."
Ooh.
Interesting. There, I imagine there wasn't even a proper road leading into this town either.
There was not.
Interesting. I ask her, Bryn, do you know how long the people of your town who lived here?
She's like, I only know that they've lived here as long as I have, but from what I've been told, they lived here forever. I know that they try to stay away from all the politics in the outside world, so...
Interesting.
I don't really understand it exactly, but they seem to like being alone and away from people.
Well, that could explain a few things, I guess. It also opens them up to danger, though. If a creature like the one we encountered out there were to attack here, it would be almost impossible for anyone to hear about it.
He's like, well, the town seems pretty well secured, and she kind of points off to the edges of the town that were not the entrance that she went through, and it showed a couple of guys kind of walking back and forth, almost like a watch, in order to watch the borders, and they have with them kind of the generic weapons. Some have a sword, some have an axe kind of thing, and they just kind of were walking around the borders of the town.
Do I notice anything about this place that's like, I don't know, unusual, like weird magics, illusions, anything?
I mean, make a Arcana check, I guess.
Okay.
What? Guidance? Is that what you said?
I don't really need it, but sure. 24.
Okay. I mean, you notice kind of a faintness of energy or of like magic, but nothing that's doesn't seem to be anything that's immediately noticeable to you.
What kind of plants are growing in the area? Like, if they're isolated out here, they have to be relatively self-sufficient.
Yes, on the north side of the town, right before you get to the bordering wall, there's an entire crop area
Okay.
that just has your generic food growing in it.
Still a little surprising that I've never heard of this place, but it makes me worry a little bit that because they're not that far away from some other populated areas. I'm kind of half worried now that they might not want us to leave once we're here. I don't know. I'm just gonna stay wary, I guess.
Okay. So,
Is it a town? Is this like a real town? Like, or is it more of a ruin? Is this ruins or more? Is it like just a town?
no, it's a town. It's not ruins or anything. Basically, it's
Seems like a real town at least.
yeah. Think of it just like there's a wall that surrounds the town, other than the entrance that you went into. But the entrance that you went into had people there, but Bryn, was like, oh yeah, they're with me, and so he explained the situation and they let you in. And inside it, it's basically just a small town that seems very self-sufficient when it comes to crops, that kind of stuff.
Get the decanter back from.
Oh, yeah, she didn't take it with her, so she gave it back when she jumped out of the carriage or the wagon.
Johan. So.
And she kind of runs off and she says, "Well, wait here. I'll get the mayor to come talk to you."
Okay. We don't need to.
Well, she seems like she's very grateful for you saving her, so she wants to try to pay you in return.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
But she runs off.
I'm gonna send unkindness up to kind of circle from the sky. Just because.
Okay. From the sky, unkindness kind of looks down.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of watch the general area.
Okay. So from an aerial view, you just kind of see, a handful of houses. Nothing too out of the ordinary. You see people in the crops, working there. Nothing too crazy or out of the ordinary. And you see the individual still walking kind of the wall on the outside.
Any
looking at it? Yeah.
Any suspicious movement inside?
Yeah. What's the general vibe? Are they closing their windows or just staring out of curiosity?
They seem to be staring more out of curiosity. They don't seem scared necessarily because they notice that the guards that are around the border are not reacting because they were told by the initial guards that it was okay for you to be here. So a couple of them are a little bit less, welcoming, but for the most part, the majority of the town seems very just kind of curious on you guys. And especially taking an interest in Igo, since he is the most non-humanoid looking thing that is with you currently.
He's sitting down. He's sitting on his butt.
So as you are, you're waiting.
Wave at him, staring at him.
Who, all the other people?
Yeah, he's gonna wave.
You see about 3/4 of them wave back at you. Majority. So as you're waiting, you kind of see off in the distance, you see Bryn walking with a tall, slender individual, human-looking, holding a staff in his hand.
Dowroc thinks everything's completely normal, by the way. He doesn't know that.
Kind of move ahead to meet them.
It's just so. he doesn't know that unknown village is kind of suspicious. So I mean, he's kind of just in the backwater, and he kind of like hidden village is normal for him. So
So as you walk up, Bryn kind of walks up. You can kind of tell that she has a little bit of bandages around her area, the area that got hit. So it's kind of bandaged up well, and you can see that she's moving a little bit quicker than normal. And she brings you up, and the tall, slender man approaches, and he says, "I heard you're the one who saved our little Bryn from disaster. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. My name is Mr. Emberheart, Thaldrin Emberheart."
It's good to meet you. Yeah, I've never seen a creature like that one before. I don't know what would have happened if we hadn't happened to be there.
And he kind of looks over at Bryn. He says, "I keep telling her not to try to go out of the walls of safety, but unfortunately those creatures seems to come out sometimes around us, which is why we built up the walls where we were."
So you have seen more creatures of this type in the area?
Yes. From what she tells me, it was a blue one, and we've seen a couple of different colors kind of around us, so I'm very astonished that you were able to take it down so easily. From what it sounds like, our guards sometimes have to deal with some of the different ones, usually red being the most common one that we've seemed to find.
We received a request of us to come and investigate a red creature, much like that one. Someone traveling nearby saw it about. It must be one of the same creatures that's harassing your people. Have you at any point sent any of your men to try to determine where the creatures are coming from?
Oh no, see, our town is quite small, so if we were to send enough individuals out to try to track them, unfortunately our town would just not be well guarded while they were gone. I mean, as you can see, there's only about 4 individuals right now kind of at our walls, and then there's not many fighters among us, so...
There's a town about a day's ride the direction we came from that has a Rangers Guild in it. Did you ever think to go and enlist their help to track those creatures back to their source?
Put my faith in a guild? No. I only have the faith of my people. We have been hurt too many times in the past by others.
Have you? And is there anyone amongst the watch here that would have at least maybe seen the general direction of the creature's approach?
or their activity? Is it more of the day, or is it more, is it nocturnal?
That's useful
They
too,
seem
yes.
to appear more. They seem to appear more at night, but I would say that.
Checking his notes. Checking his.
No, I'm not. It's not like.
I'll end up being his naughty or night.
No, it's He says, well, Thorin might be able to assist you. He seems to be the one that has fought off the most of these beasts. He's currently on watch over on the north side, but I'll go swap him out for someone else. Have him come and talk to you, please. And he kind of gestures his hand over to the building off to your left. Please, this is all we can really muster up as a tavern. Please come in and have a drink in order to, on us, of course, for the thanking us of saving Bryn.
We appreciate it. If you don't mind, though, and no offense, I don't mean to offend you by rejecting your hospitality or anything, but I think I want to go ahead and start taking a look around and seeing if perhaps I could find any signs of these creatures while my companions speak to the man you mentioned.
But of course, whatever suits your fancy.
Alright. So I'm gonna return to the wall, and I'm gonna head. I don't even know. I guess I'm gonna have unkindness fly around a little bit and see if I can see any signs of like movement in the surrounding area from above.
Okay.
I also don't want to like get ambushed by these things while we're in the tavern or something, you know.
All right. Dowroc, are you doing anything during this time while he's kind of doing this stuff?
Just gonna walk. He's just gonna go to the tavern. I mean,
Okay. Well, I didn't know if you wanted to do something else or if you wanted to just go to the tavern.
no, he's. I mean, I can. Let's see here. He's gonna. Sticking up something. Give me 1 second here. As during the period that he's alone with Zack, in the tavern, he's just gonna ask. I'm guessing they're getting some drink water. I'll just drink.
I'm moving everyone over to the tavern that's in the tavern. So you kind of walk in and Thaldrin's like, "Please have a seat. Let me go grab some drinks for you." And he kind of walks off.
Aya's gonna be like.
I don't know if he's inside or out. So.
He's not gonna be inside. He's gonna be outside and just.
Ren seems to be kind of like
sitting down
with him.
Yeah, just entertaining the kids.
Yeah, he seems. She's playing around with Igo.
It's like. That's Dowroc's gonna ask. I know this is kind of a personal thing, but
Are you asking Zack?
yeah.
Okay.
When you still had your faith, did your patron speak with you? Like, did it give you any kind of signs that he was with you?
To me personally, he did not. My father, on the other hand, he was a loyal follower of Bahamut and followed him to his dying breath. And unfortunately, due to what happened in the town, it kind of made me kind of go against him at that time. If he was such a devout follower, how could he let the entire town burn like he did? I've heard stories for years about deities and gods helping individuals and providing good faith and justice. But that day, I don't know, I just lost my faith in that. So, I've never personally heard anything from him, no. But I strictly was a follower from Bahamut because of my father.
I started my faith when, all intents and purposes, really should be not here.
What do you mean?
Pointing out the attack, like he lifts up his eye and you see like 2 triangles, like either side, down his eye, and points out his arm. I thought that was it for me, and then I believe I received a second chance from the Raven Queen herself. I haven't heard any talk, but she hasn't talked to me. But I thank her for giving me a second chance.
It seems the gods have taken the time and intervened enough to keep me alive. I saw that black flame bastard just for a moment, and he struck me with a blast, but it didn't kill me. But I got to watch my entire family burn to the ground. So, thank you, Dowroc, but I think as of right now, faith is not something that I look for.
We all have our faith in something, that just letting you know that.
And out of character, strictly just back, he's not going to turn into like an edgelord, like.
Oh, I know that.
It's a whole story thing. It's not.
Yeah,
I know. I'm just saying, he's not going to like turn into some like oathbreaker bastard, type thing. So. Okay.
It's refreshing. Right, do I notice any unusual movement in the area around the village at all?
You don't really notice anything. So you're outside the village walls now, right?
Yeah.
So you go outside the village. You don't really notice anything too crazy outside the walls. You notice the surrounding wall seems very reinforced. Like very impenetrable from the outside from what it looks like. You see, a couple of marks on it indicating that maybe monsters have tried to breach this wall, but because of the guards that you notice that are standing watch on top of it, they were not able to make their way over that wall. But you don't notice anything really too distinguishedly different about the outside.
All right, I'll start heading back then, I guess, to meet up with everybody.
Okay. So as Johan arrives into the tavern, he passes by Bryn and Igo playing outside of the tavern, or, the small tavern. As he enters, Thaldrin comes back up, pours everyone some drinks, specifically some elven wine for Dowroc that he happened to have.
I'm my own bottle.
So pours everyone a drink, and
Constitution saving throw.
where is... For lack for me having to create a new person, I'm just going to use this guy.
I guess.
He's humanish looking. Or he's human looking, and he's got a shield and stuff, so do not pay attention to Prince. So he walks in. Thaldrin looks over at him. He's like, Thorin! Oh, good, pull up a chair. And he kind of has Thorin sit down. And he says, these travelers had saved Bryn from a beast, a blue one, like the ones that you have fought in the past. And he's like, have they? Were you able to take it down by yourself? Usually I have to have at least a handful of guards with me in order to take it down, but usually I see them in more than just one at a time, so...
We were fortunate enough to come upon only one, and it did give us some trouble, but we were able to stop it. It may not have been so easy if it hadn't been distracted chasing after Bryn.
He says, well, and they told me that it was a blue one as well. Usually, I've only ever seen a single blue one other than the one that you've told about. Most of the ones I fought are red, but they seem to be very, very nasty with their claws.
Yeah. We're actually in the area because another traveler asked us for help in locating one of these red creatures somewhere in this general area. It may be one of the same ones that has been bothering you.
It could very well be, but that's weird that they only put out a watch for one. I mean, I've probably seen 7 or 8 of these red creatures around, so it must have just been a traveler that saw one. And
it's possible, even if they assumed that they were just seeing the same creature more than once, they may have seen more than one and never noticed.
Could very well be.
Is there one that's bigger that seems to be causing the most harm, or standing, or have like a tattoo?
He says, I've never seen one with a tattoo of any kind, and none of them seem to really be larger than the next, so I've never been able to discern which one would be maybe the leader of the bunch, but nothing seems to really make sense. It's just, we try to stay in this village and keep to ourselves and keep peace, but these creatures every so often attack us, and it just doesn't make any sense. Also, you recover a short rest during this time, if you have anything that recovers on a short rest.
I'll ask, have you ever tried talking to these creatures? I've noticed normally anything with 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head has some sort of ability to communicate.
He says, well, we've tried to talk to them, but they don't seem to really speak our language. They speak some gibberish, it sounds to us, but I've never been able to make out what they say exactly.
That's unfortunate. And if you had spoken to them, it might give us some extra information.
they don't seem to really make a bunch of talking noise either. It's usually just individuals making, well, monster noise at each other. They don't really say words of any discernible value to each other. I don't understand it, but they seem coordinated in some of their attacks. I don't really understand.
So they're definitely some degree of intelligence. We were told that you were the one who has sort of encountered these things the most. Do you have any idea which direction they come from when they approach?
Well, to the south, I've fought a number, and I'm usually the north guard. But usually, whenever I find them, I'm usually standing on the south wall. But when I'm there, I've seen them come kind of in different directions. But most of the time, it's from the south that I see them.
How big is the village? Out of curiosity.
Well, there's about 40 of us or so that live in the village, so it's not that big. But we kind of keep to ourselves. It's nice having it being smaller in numbers as well. Makes our supplies last longer.
That makes sense. And you've never considered reaching out to any outsiders for help before?
Reaching out to them? No. We take care of our own in this town.
So would you be in any way opposed to us going after these creatures then?
Anything that you do on the outside of the walls, nothing that we can say anything different about. So if you want to go search for them, we would be appreciative, but we are not asking for your help. As you're sitting in there, and time's kind of going by, and it's getting toward the evening time frame. As you're still sitting there,
I want to get out towards. If there's a southern entrance into the town, I want to get out that way before the sun goes down. So I do want to wrap this up.
So the southern entrance is the entrance that you walked in.
Okay.
So just so you're aware, so that's the layout of the town. You came in from the south.
Okay.
And that is where the only entrance is to this town. Entrance/exit, technically.
So it seems like wherever the creatures are coming from, they are coming from somewhere sort of almost between where we bumped into that one and the town itself.
It seems that way.
So,
as you're saying it, Aldrin kind of steps behind like the bar-esque area, but he's not really saying anything. He's just kind of standing behind there.
I trying to decide if I want to be an asshole here. I appreciate, because this hits a little close to home for Johan. I certainly appreciate a people's desire to take care of themselves, but and I don't want to offend. I really just don't want to see anyone getting hurt the way Bryn was. But have any of you ever considered that maybe if you were more open, that she wouldn't feel the need to run outside the walls every day and put herself in danger, and that you wouldn't have to put up with these monster attacks for as long as you have?
As you say that, you hear a glass slamming down behind you, or well, actually it would be in front of you, because where you're sitting, in front of you, and you kind of look over and Thaldrin, and he says, "My dear druid, I've already said we don't like really dealing with the bigger establishments out there. We like to keep to ourselves, and we've told Bryn to stay inside the walls where it is safe, but sometimes, unfortunately, she finds a way out, and I can't seem to find the way that she gets out. But we take care of our own, so it is okay."
But are you taking care of your own? Really? How many?
My dear druid, we have lived here for many years, and we have never lost a single resident here to a monster. I feel like we're doing pretty well for ourselves.
Fine. Well, I guess these outsiders are going to go make sure you continue not to lose anyone. I'm going to leave, and I'm just going to go ahead and take Todd, and call Unkindness down so he's kind of hovering above me, and we're gonna go head down towards the southern entrance to keep a lookout.
So for the map purposes, it's on its side. So
Yeah.
east, or well, west is the south entrance. Just so. As Johan leaves, Thaldrin comes walking around and sits down to where he sits, and he's like, "It's like quite an interesting friend you have there." And he says that to Dowroc.
No offense, but you almost lost somebody today.
I will always make sure that that doesn't happen. And he kind of rips his staff just a little bit tighter, not in a menacing way or anything. You can tell that he kind of grips it a little bit, and he kind of stands up and he's like, "Well, I think this is a good time for maybe the night. It's getting a little dark out, and the guards need to get back to their post." So Thorn stands up and he's like, "If you'll excuse me," and he kind of walks out. And then Thaldrin also walks out.
Don't know much about the world outside of my king or the kingdom of Corwin. I can understand not wanting outsiders to interfere. The dwarves have always been a little closed to humans ever since the wars. But
Zack kind of chimes in. He's like, "It is kind of odd how quick to anger he gets, though, when Johan kept bringing up outside help, because Bryn, on the other hand, seems like she's very interested in the outside world, fascinated by magic, which seems like she doesn't see any here, and I haven't been able to sense anything since we've gotten here. I don't know about you or Johan."
Isn't it, you said that when we were in Hellbrook, that they don't have any magic casters, so I just assume that this village is the same.
I assume so, but Holbrook is at least a town that other individuals have known about, and we still do trades with other towns.
Sure.
Which is kind of odd that I never found this map, or this town on a map before. I mean, it seems to be working fine, but Silver Glade doesn't ring any bells in my head about a town that's so close to Valley Watch. Unless they're just remaining that good at being hidden. Johan, you wanting to do anything, or?
I'm just.
Or you just at the southern entrance?
I'm just watching in case any of these things approach from the south, and
Okay.
And kind of stewing.
Dowroc is going to kind of enter the center of town or near the one of the gates.
Okay, so I'll just take him out right now.
I'm trying to figure out what would be I'm trying to do a good vantage point to cast detect magic
Okay.
to see if there's any magic in the area. At least, like, mostly towards I'm gonna stand like within 30 feet of the walls, the offensive walls,
Okay.
and just see if there's any kind of magic in this place.
So you're casting detect magic, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you cast it, make a perception check, and Johan also makes a perception check.
Goody.
You do guidance.
You can guidance yourself, yes.
I got a 25. I've also been meaning to ask what your thoughts are on having Todd or Unkindness help with perception checks. It's like they're always there, so it might be a little OP. But like,
yeah, I would say it would fall under the same rules as guidance, kind of, where you can do it, but you can't stack it with guidance. So, like, if you're not around Dowroc, you can basically utilize guidance.
Well, I'm assuming I don't need to anyway because I got a 25, but I don't know. I could be wrong.
The perception. You got a 13.
Okay, so you're casting detect magic, correct?
Right.
Okay, so as you cast it, you, for a fraction of a second, you kind of sense something, but then it stops altogether.
Like the magic just disappears?
No, you cease to sense anything.
Okay.
So Johan, on the other hand, kind of notices something, and he notices that off in the distance, he notices two magical effects that occurred, but he can't pinpoint or do anything. He just kind of can sense a faint use of magic, but he senses another faint use of magic at the same time.
Like when I activate, like when I cast the spell.
You cast the spell.
Like when I was breaking, yeah.
How far away?
You kind of notice that they're both just toward the north of the town. You can't really sense exactly how far, but you can tell that it's within the walls of the town.
Like there's no, was there no, I was trying to see if there's a barrier near the walls as well. I was trying to do.
Sounds almost like somebody countered his detect magic. How wide is the town? Would I have to like come back inside the town to fly unkindness his 100 feet to
the other end of it,
to the location where I sensed that?
Yes, I would say you'd have to get back into town in order to do it. You don't have to go far into town, but yeah, you could step back into town.
I will leave Todd here at the entrance and tell him to keep watch. And then I'll head back in town far enough that I can send unkindness ahead and try to use his perception to make an, I guess, arcana check and see if I see any lingering indications of magic from somebody who isn't one of our group.
Okay. Make an arcana check.
16.
Okay, so you don't really notice a ton new information. You can for sure say that it's nothing coming from in the direction of the tavern, which is like in the specific direction of the tavern. So you know for sure that Dowroc, Zack, Igo, and Bryn are not any source of magic other than the initial magic that you felt, which you know is Dowroc casting the spell.
Interesting.
Roll a perception check, Johan. Well, does Todd have his own stats?
Yeah.
Todd rolls a perception check, actually.
Okay. That would be 17.
Okay. What are you laughing at?
Rolling the hide. Rolling the sales site.
All right.
Roll a 90. What is that?
Excuse you.
So, Johan, how would Todd warn you of potential danger?
He'd howl.
Okay, so you hear a howl off in the distance as you are trying to deter what direction the magic is coming from. And for the sake of this, I'm just going to move Johan in a little bit.
All right, I will immediately send unkindness back in the direction I came from, and I'll start back that direction too.
Okay. So where Todd is standing, that half block or quarter block, I guess, is the entrance or the gate of the town. So as that comes up, Todd kind of comes into view, and Johan, from a distance, if it loads, there we go.
Oh my lord.
Dear God.
So I'll say he's there.
Okay.
So you see two red creatures burst through the gate. As this happens, you hear Thorin from the south wall let out, "Monsters at the south gate," and he rings the bell that's near him, and the other guards start running toward the south gate. But as they do that, so you don't, well, I'll just do a picture, that'd be easier.
I was thinking, I wonder if I worked in all these things.
Put another picture in the chat.
Oh, gross.
So as the guards are starting to run toward it, you see out of the corner of your eye
What is that thing?
a claw hand reach up over the wall and splash and drag down two of the guards. As they do that, Thorin takes out his battle axe and jumps off the wall toward the direction of the claw that came up from above.
Cool.
as this is going on,
There's 2 more at the other side.
huh?
I said, please don't tell me there's 2 more at the other side.
Oh no. So as you do this, obviously Bren seems very scared, and she starts holding on to her side. Kind of reminds her of the pain that the blue one had caused. Igo kind of steps in front of her.
Bren, get inside your house.
And as this is going on, now I gotta find him again on the list. There it is. Aldrin comes out of this house. Bryn, get over here. And he sends Bryn inside of this house. And he goes back. He shuts the door behind her and puts her into the house by herself, or, without him going inside with her. And he turns around and he kind of takes his staff and he now's holding it with 2 hands.
Okay. Well, hopefully he'll be of some use, I guess. Not super expecting it, but so the thing on the wall, did it climb up the wall, or did it just reach over?
No. You just saw the wall. You just saw a claw come up, grab it, and then pull him back down on the other side of the wall still. So he didn't climb the wall or anything.
Okay, but we do have an indication that there's at least one more thing out there. All right.
Correct.
I am going to order Todd to try to I don't know. I don't even let me think about this for a second. He's not particularly strong. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to kind of come here, and I'm gonna do a thorn whip on this one.
On the bottom one or the top one?
The top one.
Okay.
Before this fight starts, Dowroc is going to use another charge to turn damage into acid damage.
Okay.
Yeah, 19 damage, or 19 to hit, I mean.
Okay, 19 hits.
Alright, that'll do 3 piercing, and then I pull it here. And then I'll have Todd run over here.
You said 3 piercing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Run over here and do a charge on this guy here. Oop. And he's gonna miss.
Okay. Initiative roll.
And also
Dowroc.
well, no, I'll stand my ground. It's fine. I got another 24.
Well, Zack at least got a better number this time.
Yay!
Guidance. Yeah. 9.
Okay.
You said there's a third monster lingering out there? Is that the bully, what do we call the bully? Wendigo? Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. The bully Wendigo. Is that what's outside there too?
No, the thing that you saw was the claw of that picture that I sent.
Yeah.
That's the claw you saw come up and grab
Gross.
2 guards.
That is
and pull them
gross.
down.
So that's not the red one.
No, it was not red on the outside. You noticed the
Lord. I'm gonna call that the Grundle. Bully Grundle.
Okay.
All right. So Johan is first.
Alright, I am going to, I know this is going to shock you guys, cast Entangle
What?
Yes.
on, where's my pointer at? Come here, pointer. At the space from there to there to there to there.
Okay.
Try to get both of the red guys, and it's also gonna get Todd, but That's the sacrifice we need to make.
Todd's like, what the hell, man?
It is strength 15 saving throw.
Okay. First one succeeds in saving. Second one succeeds in saving.
Great. All right. Well, they're still on difficult terrain, I guess. And I'll go.
Does Todd have to make that as well?
I'm about to. He also succeeds in saving. Cool. That was great. Todd will attack the one to his right, try to hold its attention, and miss horribly, I'm assuming. 13.
That misses. Yeah.
Information. 13 and below misses. Okay.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Zack will... He will let go of his sword with his left hand, raise it, and shoot out 2 blasts of energy at the one that Todd just tried to attack.
2 blasts.
First one.
Eldritch Blast.
20.
What are the eldritch ones?
Second one also hits with 28 total. So, 1 damage. He takes 5 and 8. So he takes 13 total force damage. And that goes Zack's turn. Now, this one is going to move and attack Todd, since he is right there. He is going to do a bite attack.
Yum.
And get a critical hit.
Oh my god.
Well, Todd's dead.
Are you close enough that Silvery barbs him?
No.
It does. It does 14 piercing damage.
Cool. Todd is bloody.
Okay. So as the bite hit him, the creature now slashes at him with his claw. And only gets a 9 to hit.
That
and
will
then his
miss.
left claw, 13 to hit.
That also hits. Or misses, I mean.
Okay.
Thank God.
Alright.
Oh,
Now,
no.
this one does not attack Todd, but Todd would get an opportunity attack. Where's the difficult terrain at?
He would have to move 2 spaces to get out of it.
So like 1, 2, and then now he's out of it?
Yeah.
Okay, so he'll do 1, 2, so that's 20,
Todd hits with his opportunity attack at least.
30. Alright.
You have sentinel, Tom?
And does 8 damage to it.
Damn. Some strong Todd teeth there.
Yeah,
That's remember Todd's first appearance in our first campaign. He just saved the day.
Rip freaking ankle off, a chunk of flesh off of there.
Alright, that ends his turn. It is Dowroc's turn.
It's like the dog with the mask. No, I can't. Dowroc is going to use the vicious mockery and say an undercommon. You've got a face only a mother could love. Just to see what undercommon, if it responds to it.
It does not respond to undercommon.
Okay. It's a wisdom saving throw.
10.
Does not beat.
Like you succeed it?
17. I have a 17.
Okay, so you succeed on the... So it does damage.
Yes.
That's 1d4, right?
Yeah, 1d4 psychic damage.
Okay.
It's 3 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, there. Dog.
The Igo is going to go 2, 8. Can I go do bonus action?
Yeah.
Or can I dash?
You can dash.
Yeah.
It takes your action to do it. And if he has something that gives him a bonus action, he can do a bonus action too.
Let's see. I was gonna dash to Johan to make sure that he's covered.
Appreciated.
So right now he has disadvantage. That one that's closest to Johan has disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Nice.
From Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Johan's turn.
Alright, I'm going to... how do I want to do this? Doesn't really work. I'm going to... I'm gonna hold my action until after he does this, but I'm gonna tell Todd to disengage. Then he's gonna run back here, and when he does that, I'm going to cast Entangle again on the distant one.
Okay.
Strength 15.
14. You succeed.
Ooh,
Okay, good.
yeah.
So I'll just recast it on the same zone, so the difficult terrain will kind of wilt for a second, and then it'll come back.
Okay.
And that is, I guess, my turn, unfortunately. But like, the one close to me that can still move has like ultra disadvantage imposed on him, so I should be okay, I guess.
Ultra disadvantage.
Also, minus.
Yeah, his mega disadvantage combined with a dragon and a dinosaur and became ultra disadvantage.
Yeah.
What? Wait, what was his second disadvantage from?
Well, I assume Igo's going to deflect too.
Oh,
Well,
you mean I goes 19.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if he manages to break.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Zack is going to attempt to again shoot 2 blast at the closest creature. First, 19, which hits and does 7 damage. Second one, 19, hit and does 5 damage, so 12 total damage.
Good.
And
Johan or John, what's Johan's health?
51.
And what is Zack's total health?
48.
Jeez,
Why? What's Dowroc's?
38.
Well, what's your constitution? I mean,
+4, like 18.
mine's +3, but paladin gets 1d10 for leveling. So,
28.
alright, that concludes Zack's turn. So it goes to this one. So, boom.
Johan, oh my god.
And he will attempt to attack Zack with disadvantage on this hit. Right? Because that's the one you mockeried.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
12. Misses.
Ooh, good.
He attempts to bite, and Zack kind of dodges out of the way, and then the right claw comes up to hit him. And gets a critical hit against Zack.
Well, shoot.
So he does.
Wait. I have, all silvery barbs.
Okay.
I'm
So-
gonna tell him, say,
Reroll. He gets 21, so he still hits, but it's not a crit, at least. So,
I'm gonna tell him, I'm gonna give Zack, I'll give, Zack advantage.
okay. So, the claw, Zack takes 4 damage from the claw attack. The second claw attack comes up to hit Zack and only gets a 10, so Zack parries it with his sword and dodges that one.
I'm gonna tell him you're so ugly the mirrors break.
The second one is in difficult terrain, so 10.
Did he get
20.
free?
Oh, that's right, he's captured.
Yeah.
That's right, sorry. Correction. This is strength saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Is that the end of his turn or in place of his action?
In place of his action.
16.
Oh, good.
He does save. 10,
And that,
20,
oh, is this the second one? Okay.
30. And that ends his turn. Dowroc's turn.
Is that where? Is that the second one? That's not intact.
That was the second one that was entangled by Johan to the left. That's the left one. The left one just went. So the right one already went. Left one went, so it's now Dowroc's turn. Zack makes a perception check. There it is. Okay, he didn't notice anything.
Dowroc is going to shoot.
Okay. Which one are you shooting? The one next to Zack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't miss and hit me by accident.
Shoots Johan back at the head. Head. 12.
Oh, misses.
Miss.
He's gonna bonus action reload.
Okay.
Ooh, that hits.
Hold on 1 second, guys.
Yep.
What's up,
Yep.
bud?
Ooh, 6 acid damage.
6 acid.
So 20 points of damage. 14 piercing, and then 6 points of acid.
14 piercing.
Yeah.
Okay. Zack turns his head towards you and he says the acid seems like it only didn't do full damage.
Shit.
After... Oh, it's Igo.
Yeah. I guess gonna move you.
Okay.
20.
20?
Yeah.
That hits.
5 points of force damage.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Johan's turn.
Alright.
Resistance and acid damage too. Come on, yeah.
Move there. And I will... Shillelagh and attack the creature. 16 to hit.
That hit.
Jeez, he's going all the way to the second one.
For 8 for 8 damage.
Okay.
And then
16 in the flesh.
and then Todd will charge at it and use charge. It was almost a crit. 15 to hit.
Hit.
Guys, chill out, please. My sister and her kid are here, and they're excited. 17 damage, and it makes a strength 15 saving throw, and if it fails, it's knocked prone.
It got a 20 on its strength saving throw.
Okay.
That completes Johan's turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So goes to Zack. Zack is going to take back full grip of his sword and attempt to slash at the creature right in front of him. And he has advantage. Aww. It was like on a 20, and then it rolled to a 2.
That's what happened with Todd's attack just now. It was on a it was on 20 and then like rolled to like 8 or something, I think.
Unfortunately, Zack did not hit, so that ends Zack's turn then.
Shoot.
So,
and by shoot I mean Dowroc, shoot it.
What were you rolling for?
Repair for I go during the short rest.
Oh, gotcha. All right. I'm going to.
Stop whining. Be a man.
The monster is going to attempt to strike Zack with his bite attack.
That one's deflecting.
Deflecting?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't trust that bite.
He gets an 8, so he misses. But on that note, he turns to Igo and slashes Igo with his claw.
Oh shit.
Gets an 18 to hit.
Yeah.
And deals him 8 piercing damage.
Boy.
As the attack strikes Igo, Zack takes this opportunity as an opening to use his sentinel reaction in order to attack with his longsword against him again.
Jar, make a perception check.
Yeah. So I hit this time. Okay. So 5 hits. So 7 damage. Not a lot, but you know, every little bit helps.
Oh, you attacked him. Okay, thank you.
I attacked him, and then now he hit Igo, so now that Zack hit him, he's going to take his last claw and try to strike Zack with it. And only have a 13 to hit. Next up, we have the left one, who doesn't like the fact that Todd slammed into him, so he is going to bite at Todd. And 11 to hit.
Miss.
He is then going to right claw and get a 23 to hit.
Still against Todd, I imagine.
Yeah, sorry, still against Todd.
Yeah, that hits for sure. I mean, that would hit either
6
one of us,
damage.
but you know. Todd,
yeah.
Todd's down.
Oh. And then he takes
Todd,
his
no.
last claw. Huh?
I said, Todd, no.
Oh. He takes his last call and attempts to strike Johan. He gets a 10 to hit.
Miss.
Alright. It is Dowroc's turn.
Does Chaos Bolt count as using a bullet, Jeremy?
I mean, technically, it's a spell that shoots it, so I'm saying you use the gun's barrel as the focus, so it shoots a bolt that it makes.
Okay.
That's cool.
I was going to use a charge. Is using the charge a bonus action?
No, it's part of the action to do it.
Okay.
So, like, if you want to shoot Chaos Bolt, you just expend 1 charge and then you cast Chaos Bolt through it. And it should show up on your spell list.
Really wish I already had my tree army at this point.
A little early for your tree army, isn't it?
Yeah, but it would certainly make dealing with a bunch of these creatures easier. Still don't know what the hell's going on with the other one. I imagine that the guards are fighting it.
Okay, on a hit. Okay, make a ranged spell attack against the target.
Yeah, you use your spell. Basically, you just act like you're casting the spell against it.
And the gun, or just using my spell attack?
You just use your spell attack. Yeah, it's just thematically, it's you aim the gun at it, and it shoots the bolt through the gun. But you just use your spell attack because it's a spell that's being cast.
Damn. Wait.
What?
Roll a 12.
Oh, I missed the 12.
Yeah.
That unfortunately did not hit.
Damn it. Wish it was ranged. We need ranged.
Advantage or something?
Okay. Yeah, they're not bind. Doc's gonna take bonus action to reload because that was his action.
Okay.
Igo's gonna sick him. 14
Hits.
I forgot that Igo had a +1 attack and +1 damage.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, from a little insignia claws.
Yeah. I need to find one of those for Todd.
So 6 damage.
Okay. You notice that the right one is bloodied.
Yeah.
And that's Dowroc's turn, correct?
Yep.
Okay. It is Johan's turn.
All right, I'm going to
My friend Tom.
say to Todd, Get up, bud, and cast Healing Word on him, giving him 7 hit points back as a bonus action. Where's his health? And as I do that, I'm gonna shimmy over here, and I'm gonna hold my action until he can stand back up for his turn, and we're gonna attack it simultaneously from different sides.
Combo.
So I'll just roll Todd's first.
Okay.
That is the first roll.
Advantage. Yeah, I'm gonna say.
12, which will miss.
Yep.
But I will shillelagh attack with advantage and get a 19.
That hits.
To do 10 damage, and when I hit with that for no action, I'll activate Favored Foe, dealing another 1 damage to it, and I'll do another 1 damage to it each turn or each time I hit it while I hold concentration, which does mean that the difficult terrain from Entangle withers away.
Just if he marks it as favored foe, is it the same species or just that creature?
It's just that creature.
Oh, okay.
All right. It goes to Zack's turn now. So Zack now looks at the creature that's in front of him and does a curse upon him of the Hexblade variety.
A curse
And
upon your house.
Yeah. Curse upon your family. He then precise strikes so he has advantage, and he attacks with his longsword. Oh, okay. All right. 25 to hit.
Yeah.
It almost rolled over to a 3, and I would have been upset.
Yeah, I can imagine.
All right. So first off, okay, lowest number. Okay, got it. So 6. Plus the Hexblade Curse adds my proficiency. Yep. So that's 3 more. And Precision Strike adds a D8. Great,
Wow.
another 1.
No.
So 10 total damage. That was very underwhelming.
Lucius hit.
Yeah, I mean, I did hit him. So, so that ends Zack's turn. So it is now the one on the right's turn next to Zack. Let me mark off my second use of that. Okay. All right. So he attacks Zack first with bite. Do you do Igo's thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll big now.
So he rolled 15 both times. So and then his additional bonus. So he does hit Zack. And it does 7 damage to him. So as he dealt that damage, he does 1 slash to Zack, 15 total misses, and 1 claw to Igo, 18 to hit.
Yeah.
And does 6 piercing damage.
Powerful, man.
As he strikes Igo, Zack takes his reaction and does his sentinel attack against the creature again.
Let's make it better. Yeah, it got better.
Hey, I got a 19, which thanks to my Hexblade's curse is a critical hit.
Nice.
Oh, pump it up. Pump it up.
All right, go ahead and vaporize this one.
I don't think he can do smite. Yeah. With
Reaction? Yeah, you can.
oh, you can.
Yeah,
It's
smite.
when you hit something with a melee.
Yeah, smite.
Oh, okay.
Smite is a non-action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a non-action. So as he does that, he will expend a spell slot, or technically his warlock spell slot, to smite for 4d8s,
Jesus.
because it doubles because it crit, so 16 more damage. So he deals a total of 29 damage. He stabs the monster in the head and slashes down and
Good.
defeats that monster.
One down.
One down. Now on that note, it is the other one's turn. So the other one is going to attack Johan with his bite.
Well, better than attacking
And
Todd.
only gets a 10 though.
Yeah, misses.
And then he claw attacks, gets yet another 10. And his final claw, a 16.
That misses.
Believe that misses. Okay. On that note, it is back to Dowroc's turn.
4, 5, 6. Dowroc is going to shoot. 9 piercing, 3 acid, and bonus action reload, and shoot again.
John, you may have looked this up. If you half damage, like if you have resistance to something, and it's an odd number, do you round up or down?
It usually you round up. It's really DM's discretion though. I kind of figure I would alternate.
Okay. And sorry, how much did you say damage-wise?
9 piercing damage and 3 acid.
Okay, he is bloody.
Good. About damn time.
The idea is going to be zooming. Where do you want him?
Put him next to Todd.
Todd
looks worse. So like, if you were gonna say who would need protection more, it would be Todd. He's still bloodied, I think. Yeah.
I think he is, because you just healing warded him, I think, right?
Yeah.
And that was, I think, the only thing that brought him back up.
14 plus 9.
That's it.
11 points force damage.
Okay, Johan's turn.
Alright. I will just shillelagh with advantage. Boop. And get a 21 to hit. For 10 damage.
That's with your favorite foe, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Todd will attack with advantage.
Okay.
Boop. And boop. And hit for 12 damage. And that's my turn.
That's his turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Super target over not through. No, okay.
5. Zack comes up and long sword just attacks him. He gets a 22. Alright. So I'm not purposely doing this, I promise you. But Zack slashes him.
Yeah.
It just happens to work out every time so far that he ends up killing him by a blow.
Well, it doesn't matter who kills it.
All right.
Yeah, I know.
Immediately, once it goes down, I'm going to run to the gate and look outside and see if I can see the other one.
Alright, so as you run out the gate...
I'll send in kindness ahead a little bit, too, to kind of scout from the air, because he's been circling this entire time.
Alright, so as you look out, you see the other one fallen dead.
Yeah.
And you see...
Is it Bryn? Is it Bryn standing over the body, sitting on the body?
No. You see Thorin lift up his hammer off, or his axe off of him. And unfortunately, Thorin is the only individual that you see that's still standing. You see the other 2 guards are dead.
All right, I'm gonna... Shit, they're for sure dead, or...
Well, they're down.
I'm gonna go... I'll go medicine check them.
Okay.